Tonight on One News, a $400 million funding injection into school infrastructure. Almost every state school across the country is set to benefit. Why was the London Bridge attacker allowed out of prison? The latest on the terrorist and his victims will be live from London. And we take a look back at 50 years of weather forecasting, from the fairly basic to the new era that Dan will be bringing you tonight. Good evening. The government's announced a multi-million-dollar education funding package to help improve school infrastructure. Almost $400 million will be spent, the equivalent of $693 per pupil, to go to almost every state school across the country. The government's calling it the biggest capital investment in school maintenance for at least 25 years. Money can go to works like classroom and staff room upgrades and maintenance of outdoor areas. But some principals say, while the news is welcome, it's still not enough. For more, let's go to political reporter Benedict Collins, who's been at the Labour Party conference in Whanganui. Benedict.
Yes, this was the Labour Party's last conference before heading into 2020 election year, and in front of Labour's believing.
It's Benedict Collins in Whanganui for us tonight. And to the latest on the attack in London, which left 2 people dead. Questions are now being raised about why the attacker, a man previously convicted for terrorism charges, was allowed out of prison. Usman Khan was attending a prisoner rehabilitation course when he started his stabbing rampage. One of his victims, Jack Merritt, was running that conference. The attack started in Fishmongers Hall in London's central city before spilling out onto London Bridge in the early afternoon. Europe correspondent Daniel Faitawa is at London Bridge for us tonight. Daniel.
Well, you can see straight away.
Just ahead, a rare find. It's believed there are only 13 Bartlett's rata left in the wild, so botanists were pretty excited after a drone spied this one. It was a gated garden which inspired one of the world's most enduring songs. Now anyone can go down to strawberry fields forever. And how activist Tama Ete is using an app and his art to educate New Zealanders on Pūhoi history. Kia ora, welcome back. It's critically endangered and rarer in the wild than the kakapo, but a drone flight over a reserve near Wellington has discovered the white-flowered Bartlett's rata tree, which is exciting for those trying to save it. Gia Garrick explains why.
Much appreciated.
So Dan's bringing us a whole new weather. What are you bringing us, Sav? Sport.
Didn't do the scones today, Melissa, unfortunately.
God, I must have missed the last 300 times too.
Cricket from Hamilton, day 3. Bit of a fight back from England, but the pendulum swinging back towards the Black Caps. The Black Caps did make some inroads late in the day. We'll have the latest from day 3 for you next. It was the women last night. Now the new age of men's track cycling dawns. A youngster from Blenheim shocks the world, and Olympic champions in Hong Kong. Plus, from an emotional anthem to a debut try. It's been a special day for a couple of Wales' new Kiwi boyos. And you can smell the relief as the Breakers break the shackles, holding off an NBA-bound American star at the same time. England's hopes of squaring the Test series against the Black Caps are in the balance after 3 days of the second cricket match in Hamilton. The England batsmen looked in control earlier today, but there's been another New Zealand fight back. Scotty Stevenson reports.
Bat once and bat.
Sek Henry played outstandingly well last night. Great defence from the Breakers and positive signs for a team that's been through a heck of a lot the last few weeks.
I had 2 very happy young Breakers fans, finally.
Good for basketball.
It is. All right, thanks, Sav. See you soon. Weather is next. And coming up on Good Sorts, we meet 2 blokes who look after some very specials planted a long time ago.
Hello, we've got a
You look to the weather and you'd almost think Mother Nature's watching. She's been mixing up a stew with quite a bit of everything, and this is rain, gales, and of course warmer weather. We've had the warmer weather again today. Quick check on the numbers across the North Island, many into the 20s, some spots to the mid to even upper 20s towards the east coast, and to the South Island with a new front working in. That piled in the wet weather, only upper teens, and down to the far south. A couple of spots with that fern nor'wester still managed to get us to 26 and 27. Where was the warm spot for the country? There it is, 2 spots. It was Napier and also Hastings, and check out that Christchurch this morning, bit of a cool start for you there at 7 degrees. So what of course is going on? The big strip of cloud is of course this main system working in. One particular bend in the back of it is that piece of energy there. It's already brought 62 millimetres to Milford Sound, 100 to 120 kilometres per hour to the high country of Canterbury and Cook Strait with the stronger winds. That's one. That's 2, and this is going to work its way in. And of course, watches and warnings, just a bit of a snapshot there. Orange is the warning, yellow is the watch. 2 bursts to come through. Heavy rain to the west coast, Canterbury high country to Wellington. You've got the strong winds. First batch and then another batch. You'll be seeing these colours on the map over this week as this thing piles in. That's the first one fading away. The second one rolls in, warm front, and then the second front. That squeeze of the ice bars, strong winds. And look at that dollop of rain piling into the west coast. All the while, high pressure sits up there and just keeps his hand in the game and keeping the storm track going that way instead of that way. That's why the North Island tomorrow, with the exception of a few showers like you saw today in that northerly flow, you're okay. You're thinking, when will you get some rain? Later in the week. That front will track its way north, but eastern areas again this week staying otherwise mostly dry. Let's start up in the far north where we're looking okay. Remember that northerly flow? Some showers to flick in. These are just a few showers, mild and humid, 24, 25, Russell, Whangarei, but not raining all day. It's just a few to come through. This is the view, how it looks out your kitchen window in the morning to Auckland. Yeah, there's some patchy cloud, may see a few showers, and most importantly, how many layers do you need? It's going to be a mild day, only one. 23 is where you get to in the afternoon. And around the rest of the region, with a northeast wind to Auckland, you tend to favour that odd shower. So maybe the North Shore might pick up one. Spots further south to Waikatakaris might be otherwise fine. 23 for most others as well. Then we drift our way south, the Bay of Plenty, with that northerly flow flicks in 1 or 2 showers. Rotorua, all the way down to the central plateau, Tamaranui, you finish at 23 as well. The view to the outside in Hamilton shows some cloud. By the middle of the day, we pick up some showers. Not a great news, of course, for cricket, but there may be just that chance like today for a shower to come through. And the wider region from Huntly to Tukawiti, we will see just a few showers to sneak in, particularly for the afternoon. Heading our way south and east towards the east coast of the North Island, Gisborne, Hastings. Remember the flow today? Pretty similar tomorrow. It's a warm one. Remember that sun lotion too, 26 to 27 at some of our temperatures, even 28. Tauranga looks like that. We'll see some showers come in and finishing at 22, and wider as well. We'll see some showers even from Thames to Te Puke as well. 22 is where you finish into the afternoon. And then drifting further south from the likes of New Plymouth all the way down. There'll be 1 or 2 showers here and there live in. That's the warm front fading away, some dry weather into the mix and some lower 20s as well. How do we look in Wellington? Well, you could see some showers on the warm front fading away. Winds easing back for a time. They are going to strengthen again for the evening into the course of early Tuesday. That's the second feature to come through. A wider region, Pororua towards Kapiti, pretty similar for you. Showers, drier somewhat, but still breezy into the end of the day. You can see the wet weather here, particularly to the north and west of the South Island. See the heavier bursts onto the west coast. Blenheim sees it. Kaikoura, you might see a little bit less easing by the evening, but you're into the mix of it of Westport for that heavy rain through the day. And for Christchurch, you think you're dry with the Alps off to the west? No, you get some showers, particularly for the middle of the day and beyond. 23 is where you finish. And further afield from Darfield towards Littleton, you could be seeing some showers as well, and about 22, 23. Looking further south, we go from Greymouth into the wet weather, Hokitika, but the front works in, so it's more likely into the afternoon we drag that wet weather. See the haze of blue into Ashburton and Timaru, you'll be fine. There's your haze of course, heavy bursts onto the west coast. And Queenstown, how are we doing for the day? Fine start. We bring in some wet weather for the middle of the day as that front sinks its way south. And of course, to say Alexandra, Wanaka, you've got the risk just for some showers into the end of the day, about 20 or 21. And then moving down to Oamaru and also Milford Sound, there's your wet weather, and even down to Stewart Island, seeing that for the end of the day. And Dunedin, we look like this. That is some showers later parts of the day. First part of the day is in pretty decent shape as well. That's looking across the rest of the region. A few showers by the end of the day for Mosgiel and also Port Chalmers. Australia, showers and windy to the southeast, hot to Perth, 35, and as well towards the southwest Pacific, seeing the wetter weather east east, dry and fine further west. This is how it looks then. Next several days, windy for Tuesday, push the front through. By Wednesday, that'll kick away, blustery westerly flow, wetter west, drier and warm east, and a similar sort of thing as well for Thursday. That front will slowly work its way through with still some showers into the mix as well. So it's warm, but you might need your raincoat as well at times this week, particularly further west. That's the weather, but for now.
Thanks so much, Dan. Tonight's Good. And of course, you can check out Good Sorts on our website. You can see all of our Good Sorts and nominate someone too. So go to onenewsnow.co.nz/Good Sorts. That is One News' Sunday. I hope you like what we've done with the place. I'm sure you'll let us know either way. From us, the team here, good night.